Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I'm going to go ahead and work some more in this little journal. This is our journal from the AJ kit. We started on it day before yesterday, I do believe. Didn't get to put up a video yesterday because I had just tons of people in and out, so it was kind of hard to film. I did film some things, but I haven't got it up yet. But first, we want to say thank you to a few people who are helping support our channel through Buy Me a Coffee. And if you want to know what that is, you can click on the link below and it will take you right over to it and you can read about it. And there are some free digitals over there as well. All right. Dun Hamida 50, Rabbi, Mary, Jen, Amber, Kiki, Kamafetti, I think is the way it's pronounced. Margie JLC, or Marge JLC, N Marrow, Linesborn, Jan 49 Hay, SCL 3154, Shar, and McNee. So if you want to know what that's all about, you can go over and check on that through the link below. We do take that money and put it right back into our YouTube channel. So, okay. This is my signature, and I have it kind of put together, but I'm going to pull out pages, and I'll be working on them, but I'm going to keep it in the order that it is because I've already trimmed my pages off. Now, the only thing I've done here is I did punch, I glued this down to make a pocket, and I punched me a little half circle there. Then on this side, I just tore a piece of scrap paper and put it there for a little side tuck. I have also I made this last night just while there was so much noise and I couldn't do anything else. So I made this. This is just an envelope. It's a scrap envelope. I've got a little pocket here. This will glue down like this, and I'll have a tuck pocket there. Put my little pull down here because I didn't want to cut into my lady. And then she'll show through like that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I think I want this on the very first page. I'm going to glue right down through here and then down this way. Yep, and I got to show you guys, I was going to do a video yesterday afternoon after some of them left on, you know, what progress has been done and that kind of thing. And at 6 o'clock, our drywall guy came back in to do something that he had forgot to do. He came back in, so it was like, he didn't leave till like 7:30. So by that time it was already getting too late to try to do a video and be able to show you anything because we have no lights anywhere right now. So it's a little bit dark in there. Okay, so you have a tuck here. Now I did cut that a tiny bit short, but that doesn't bother me. I can put a piece of lace at the top. Tuck there and a little pocket here. Alright, so that's going to be our first page. Now, I may come back and tone this down a little bit. I don't know. I kind of like it. But you could come back and put a pocket here if you wanted to. But we've got lots of pockets, so I may not do that. And then that one I think I'm going to leave the same. So our front page is done, basically. Now we're going to work on our little bag here. And I just pull one out at a time so that I will know what I'm working on and where it goes back. I'm just going to trim these off a little bit like that. That will just open both of them up and they will be ready to go. Now I want to cover this with some paper, I think. Let me think. I keep saying I want to cover it with paper, but then when I look at my paper, I'm not sure if I want to cover it with paper or not. I may cover it with these little pieces that we got in the kit. They're basically the perfect size for that, and I may just tear them. Of course, I want to cover that up or cut that off. I may just cut that off of that writing there. I can cut it back a little bit more, and I'll still have some nice side tuck pockets. I just don't want that writing to show. So I could put that there and tear it and have it a side tuck. And then I can use this little guy. Let's just do this. Let's do some experimenting here. Trying to decide. I think I might as well do him in vintage photo, because I'm not sure that how that Victorian velvet would look on here. It may be a little bit too pinky to go on this brown. It might make it look kind of dingy looking, and I don't want that. So we're just going to go this route. Oh, I like that. I like that. It's like a tone on tone kind of thing. Yeah. So then we're going to tear right down through here. And we'll be able to use this other piece somewhere else. Yeah, then you can still see the flowers. I think I'm going to put another one right here. Let's do that. Right, and you find somewhere to attach it. Let's see. We could possibly do it that way and have it look like it's coming out from behind that. Go ahead and do this one and that one. Yeah, there we go. So just move your stencil around like you need to. Yeah, I like that. I am going to put a little bit more down here. A little bit more stem, just so that they don't look like they're floating in air. Oops. Gotta hold it, Edith. Let's see. Put that little stem right there. And then put this stem, I think, over here. So here we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like that better. Now they look like they just go off the page, so that works. Don't want anything floating. No flowers floating. Okay, now on this, I'll just glue on 3 sides, and then we'll be able to have a little tuck spot here. Sticking over just a little bit, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a haircut there. There we go. Oh, I like that. Yes. And then I think I want to put a label up here at the top. Let me grab my Tim Holtz labels. I love my little ephemera storage piece, little ephemera storage tools that we've got. I'll just reach and grab what I need and not have to dig through things. I love them. We have another big shipment coming today over from B&G, so if you want one, you need to grab it now. And if you want to know what it is, you can go back and look at the video, and I'll try to remember to link it below. And they are ideal for your storage. And we always are looking for ways to store our goodies, aren't we? And then I can just stick it right back in there, and I don't have to worry about losing it on my desk. Yes, I like that. Okay, that's that side. Now, this side I may just collage some paper, or I might just put some book pages on. I don't know. Let me think a minute. I think I want to leave some journaling space on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some coffee dyed paper. And this is from Triple V Vintage. Let's see, do I want to use that or do I want to use green? Let me look at the green. Don't remember where this is from. This is some avocado dye that I bought on Etsy. You can just go in there and type in avocado and it'll pull it up. Oh, I think I'm going to go with the green. Maybe. Let's see. No, I'm going to go with this. I like the green, but I like the decoration on this. That way I don't have to put a lot of added extras to it. So I'm going to go with this. And I'm going to let that paper bag show a little bit around the edges. Now, if you want some of these paper bags, we do sell them in the store. you can go over and look at those and grab them there. We sell them in 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large. This is the small one. I use these paper bags in just about everything. Okay. Now I'm just using my Tim Holtz ruler to tear. If you'll just line it up with one of your little stripes on your grid, then you should be able to tear it pretty close. If you're like me, I get in a hurry and I don't line it up too well, but it's still fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is handmade. And I'm going to trim a little bit of this side off because it's looking a little bit wide. So I'm just going to trim that tiny bit. Now let's try that again. And if you're not making this journal along with me and you just want to make some of these embellishments, they're easy. They're quick and easy. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and fold it again. I probably need to wait until it dries, but guess what? That's just not in my nature. I'm so impatient. I can't wait to think. That's why it's so hard for me to paint, like walls and things. I mean, we could have painted our walls. I could have, but I am so impatient to wait on the paint to dry to move on to another location or come back to it. I just want it to dry as soon as I put it up there. So I just decided, or we decided, no, better not let Mama do it this time, because Mama's so particular. I get in every little nook and cranny, and I will take a Q-tip and go inside these. I mean, I'm pretty pitiful. Oh. So, alright, so there's that. This can be journaled on. And then we just need to do the back side. And we might do the back side kind of like we did the front side. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just go ahead and I'm going to try the pink. It's really Victorian velvet, but I'm calling it pink. I'm going to try it on this side and see what it looks like. It may not turn out right. If it doesn't, I can cover it with paper, but it's nothing like trying. And I'm getting some of that brown on there too, and that's okay. You could have washed your stencil off and you wouldn't have got that brown transfer, but it doesn't bother me. Oh, I like it. Not a problem. Yeah, I like that. And then instead of going all the way down here, I think I'll put a little piece of trim there. And I think that's going to work on this side. I may put just a little bit over here to make it look like it's coming in from the side, maybe. Like that. Oh yeah, I got a little off there, but that's okay with me. Doesn't have to be perfect. See, that's what I'm talking about, impatience. If I'd been patient and not done that so fast, I could have kept from going off the side, but... And I'm just going to glue this piece all the way down. It's really not big enough for any kind of tuck, so it'll work just like it is. Okay. There is that. On that side, and I think I'll put a little label of some kind down here at the bottom. think I'll just go with that one. And this is just the Tim Holtz labels. I think it's the name of this little pack. Number labels. It's got all different kinds of numbers and things in there. I'm going to go up just a little bit. And then that way I can still put my trim right down there at the bottom. I'll just go with this little piece. Now that is ready to go back in there. So we can put that back here. That'll be like the second page. And I can move that one around because that one is not set in stone because it's smaller, so I can put it somewhere else if I need to. It's not a big deal. But that page is finished. Now this page, and I'll show you how I did this. This folds up, and then you open up your flip like that. This little butterfly holds your flip down, and then it just goes back on like that. So I'll show you how I did this. Let's find another page to do it on though, because I don't think I want to do it on the back of this one. We'll come up with another page. Let's see. You kind of have to have one that has the floral on the bottom as well as the top in order for it to look right. You know what? I'm not finding one that I want to do it on again, so I'm just going to do it on the back of this one. That will work. Even though this is not the floral part like this one is under here, it will still work on and it'll still look okay. It's not a biggie. I keep saying that. I don't need to say that anymore. It's not a problem. Not a problem. I don't know where I got it. It's not a biggie. Okay, now you just need to get a butterfly. And the butterfly needs to be kind of stiff. It doesn't need to be made just from copy paper. I'm using these Tim Holtz ones. They're pretty stiff. So let's see. We could do a brown. One with a little bit of color on it, I think. Oh, what about a yellow? Could do a yellow one. Well, that would be pretty. So, and also, your butterfly doesn't need to be huge. Now, I am going to cut these little tails off here, just because they're not going to show right, or they're not going to come through right. So I'm just going to cut those little tails off. He won't miss them. I promise you he won't miss them. And then I'm going to go around the little butterfly. You could trim that white off. I just left a little bit on here. I trimmed it at another point, I think. But you can just go around it and cover that up if you don't want to trim it. Now, you can decide if you want your butterfly to go this way, straight up and down, or sideways. This time, I think I'll let mine go this way. Now, all you need to do is fold your little butterfly where you've got a little hump right here in the middle. And then you're just going to mark on here how much you need to cut. You're going to measure down from the wings. Let's see. Let's put him on down here. Down from the wings. So I need to cut from right there. And then the very tail end back there. So that's my little point. And you're measuring from here to here. Because that's what's going to have to come through. Now, you can do this lots of different ways. I do it with my X-Acto knife. You can put it back in your trimmer. Do it that way if you want to. I'm just going to mark out a little box, and then I'll try to show you my little box. You don't want it too wide, but you want it wide enough that your wings and everything are going to come through. We did a complete little journal one time, and it had closures like this. And it was so much fun. Okay. Now what we're going to do is, now I am going right down the side of that little, where I drew it there. And then I'm just going to go over to the other side. And I'm going to go down through there as well. Just split that down through. Okay. And then we're just going to split it right on the end to take that completely off. And there's our little opening. Hold it up where you can see. There's our little opening. And it doesn't matter if it's perfectly straight. Mainly your butterfly is going to cover it anyway, so I don't really worry about that. As long as my butterfly will go through there, that's all that matters. Go ahead and a little chunk there. Okay. So now I'm going to grab my butterfly and make sure that his wings go through okay, and they do. Let me make sure. A little tight there. A tight fit. No, they go through fine. Okay. Then what you need to do is you sit this down, and then you're going to lay your butterfly down. And I'll tell you the way that I do this. I do this like this. I put a little bit of ink, or quite a bit of ink, really, on that little base there. And then I'm going to set that base through that hole so that I know where to put my glue. Because you don't want too much glue and you don't want too little glue. So I need to put my butterfly right there. And I just rubbed off a little bit of that brown on there so that I could see it. Then you're just going to put your glue on here. Now I will tell you, this takes a little while to kind of set up to where you can pull him in and out. If you try to pull him in and out too quick, then you're going to have a little bit of a problem of him coming off. You just need to glue that middle part down. That's all you're going to glue. Now before he dries completely, I want to test it, but I'm not going to pull on him or anything like that, because if I do, he's going to come up. Okay, he comes through there fine. So then I'm going to easily hold on to him and pull that back off. And that's how you do your little butterfly. Now, and that kind of looks strange on here because we have no flowers or anything on this side. And I usually go around that little opening with some ink. So we're going to put a flower on this side because that's going to look kind of weird if we don't have something on there that, a flower or something that he can be flying to when it's opened up. So let's go ahead and find a flower. All right, that one's pretty tall. It would probably work. The butterfly looks oversized for that flower, but I don't think I have one that's larger. I mean, I have some that are larger, but they're fall flowers, and I don't want to put a fall one on here. So, I think we're going to go with that. You know what? I think I'm going to put that on the bottom, and that will just give him somewhere he came from these, and it makes it look a little bit better too, more to the right size. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to go around just a tiny bit with some brown to knock out that white, make this stand out a little bit more. And two, this is not going to take up a lot of your journal space. So this is called a butterfly interlocking system, and I did it many moons ago. I haven't seen anybody else do it other than from my tutorials, but it could be someone else out there. But this is, like I said, I did a journal, and I closed the front cover of my journal with a big butterfly like this. So there we go. There's our flower. And then let's make sure that we don't get him glued down. I'm going to keep his wings up a little bit. I think he's about dry enough that we can bring him through there. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna, oops. Looks like I might have glued him a little sideways, but I think he's still gonna work. You may have to go right down the middle of your butterfly when you fold him over like that. Now, if you don't want that white showing behind there, then you can put some paper or something over that. Let's just see what we've got. I turned his tail a little bit, and that's creating a little bit of a crooked problem, but I think we can remedy that. A little bit of glue. And so let's see what we've got that we could put under him that would keep that white or that paper from showing on the back. Not that you have to, but it's just, we might just want to. But the only thing is on this side it's going to show kind of funny, so I may not do that. Yeah, let's just do that. I don't mind that. And what I will do is just touch that under there with a little bit of brown ink, and that's going to be fine right there. Now you can put something in the center of the butterfly. I'm going to wait till it dries well, and you could put some little beads in the center if you want to. But there is your little butterfly closure. And then I'm thinking that I might put a little scrap piece here and then put some embellishments over that. Let's see what we got in here. We got this little piece that we could put up here. I don't know. I don't think I want the little scrap piece on there. I'm just going to ink it up pretty good to make it look real distressed and vintage-y. Vintage-y. Now we have only one AJ kit left. Just one. And then they will all be gone for his birthday in June. So if you want it, you can go over and grab it. But yeah, just one. Cute. I like that. I like that little yellow butterfly on there. But there is that. And like I said, if that bothers you and you want to go under there and cover that with something, you can. It doesn't really bother me at all. And now that I kind of inked it up, it really doesn't bother me. So when you pull up on it, normally after your little butterfly is glued down well, it won't pull up. So just... Now you could go around and put a little shadow around the butterfly if like I said, if that white bothered you, and then you could use it like that. It would cover that white up. But that's it. That's how easy it is to make that little butterfly closure. Cute. Now the bigger of the spine on the butterfly, the better. You can see this one covers most of the opening. This one has a smaller spine and it doesn't cover so much of it. So the bigger the spine, the better. But it's fine. You can take your bling that let's just say I put this bling on there. You could run your bling from top to bottom and cover that whole opening if you wanted to. I think that would work. Let's just look at it and see. I'll put a little bit down there and see if I think it will work. Yeah, as long as the bling will go through that hole, you could do that, just like that. To me, that looks a little bit strange, though, because the bling is going all the way up the butterfly. But you could do different things to cover that little opening if you wanted to. I'm not going to worry about mine. I like it like that, so not going to worry about it. But that is exactly how that goes. Now, we could go ahead and put this little flower on the front side here. I think that would look good, so let's do that. These are just some washi flowers that we had in the store last year. We don't have any this time around, but we will probably get more when it comes fall. We just haven't been ordering things like this during the summer, because summer, you know, everything slows down. Your sales and everything else kind of slow down, so we don't do a lot of extra ordering where we have to get it from overseas in the summertime, because people are taking vacations and all that kind of stuff. Okay, there we go. And then I got a little piece right here I need to trim. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put some ink around this. Now, if you don't have any butterflies that are stiff enough, if you've got just thin butterflies, you can put 2 or 3 on top of each other. You know, this one actually is a little bit flimsy in the middle, and I may go back and put another one on top of this if I find one just like it before it's all said and done, because you want it to be nice and strong. You don't want it to break. So, there we go. So that is that page completed. front and back. Now we do need to do, let's see, that goes right there. We do need to do a little bit in here, I think, but I'm going to wait on that. Not do that right now. And let's see. This one will flip down because you can do all kinds of journaling on there. So I'm not going to attach it or anything. I'm just going to leave it as a flip down. And we'll go ahead and round the corners. Now, if you wanted to put another closure on here, you could. We may come back and make some different closures one day. That might be what we do just one day during a video. It's just make different closures. Because I've got lots of different ideas of closures, and we can come back and just spend a day making closures. So that'll be a flip down. And then I do want to tone this down just a little bit. And then we have another bag. And I'm not real sure if I'm going to put that bag there or not. I kind of like this together because I like that flower and this. Now, I know this is upside down, but I think I'll put something across here where just the flowers will show. But this will be a flip up. So, what do we want to do with that? I know we'll round the corners. Okay. Oh, let's see. Let me think. All right, I might take a little of this music page, very, very old, thin music page, and see if I can get them the right way up. Wow, I have no clue. And put that across there, and then put this stamp down, and that'll kind of disguise the limbs that are coming down this way. What do you think? This yellow and this all goes together. So let's just try it. We'll ink it up a little bit and see what happens. And you know, some people do have flowers hanging upside down, so it's possible that it would work anyway. But I just feel like I want to put something on it. Yeah, I think that will work. I don't mind that at all. And then we'll put that right there. And then that will kind of be this top flip fixed. Okay, we finished up that. I don't think I'm going to put anything else on there, except I will go around it with a little bit of ink. But I was looking at this page when I finished that, I was looking at this page. And I had this scrap piece of vellum laying here. And let's see if I can trim it up a little bit better than what it is without having to put it in my trimmer. There we go. When you put vellum down on this gold leaf paper, I'm going to show you what it does. Maybe I can hold it up where you can see it. See how the gold leaf turns white? The gold leafing turns white when you put vellum down on it. Isn't that pretty? So, I think I'm going to put the vellum right in the middle. It'll tone the page down a little bit, but you'll be able to still see the paper. Now, the only other thing I was thinking is, do I want to leave it as a side tuck, where you can tuck something in there, maybe another real pretty piece of paper? I think I might. Think I might. So I'm going to take this is an oval punch out an opening. Yeah, I hope this will work. Looks like it will. And I know one of the messages when I ask about different things to do for videos, one of you guys, well, maybe two of you people, had asked for different ways to decorate your journals. So this is just another way. Yeah, I think I'll glue that down like that. Just make sure you stay away from your spine. I can see it. I know you can't see it on screen. I can see it. And I haven't opened up my Barely Arts glue in a while, so I'm going to work on it a little bit. There we go. I think that'll come out now. Yep. Now, your Barely Arts glue doesn't warp your vellum, and it sticks very well. It works basically the same as your art glitter glue, but it also works wonderful on vellum. It doesn't warp it, doesn't make it curl, any of that. And it has the fine tip, like the Barely Arts. Like the art glitter. And we have some in stock. Alright, let's put that down. And I'm going to move it this way just a little so that when we put something down or in there, we'll have room to put it in and out. Alright, now all you have to do when you put your Barely Arts glue on there is take your bone folder or credit card, whatever you've got, and just smooth that down really well, and you won't be able to see where that has been glued down at all. It doesn't show. Now we can make a card when that dries and put the card in there, and it can have a lady or something like that on it too. So I'm going to let that dry, and I may even put a little floral piece on the outside. Since this is floral, I may just put a little floral die cut on the outside. I don't know. I'm thinking about that one for a minute. Okay, on this right here, I wanted this to be journaling, and I have these. They're real thin, and I thought, why not just flip that over and glue that down there? I like the way it's like torn in different areas, and I went ahead and put a little glue. I went ahead and put a little ink. I didn't put glue yet, but I'm about to. Now this is very thin, and I probably should have used my glue stick, because you're going to be able to see that the glue ring through that for a while, especially until it dries, but I think after it dries it'll be fine. So you can tell where I put the glue. It's just because this paper is paper thin. No, this paper is very thin. Now up here, I thought, I was looking at this scrap piece of vellum, and I thought I might put that there, and then you could have another little side tuck under that, because this is a lot of journaling room here. And I may end up putting another piece on top of this. If those little lines don't go away when that dries, I'll glue another piece down there. But I may go ahead and put this up here. Now, don't think that you have to decorate every page in your journal as you go. You do not. But I like to decorate a few, especially the journals that I'm going to sell, because that way the person has some of them decorated and then some of them not, and they can do with what they want when they get them. So I usually embellish a few pages, and then I leave a few to let them do what they want with them. And I always send some extra ephemera and extra paper and things along with my journals that I sell, just because that way you have lots of extras that you can play around with. Okay, go ahead and cut that little tip off there. I'm trying my best not to get my little book out of line here. Okay, now you can see on this one, because of that back dark ground, you can see where I put that glue, but when that dries you won't be able to see that. It dries and it just dries white, so you won't be able to see it. We're going to leave that like that, I think. And like I said, if this doesn't dry where I don't see those lines through there, I may come back and put something else on there, but I like that. Lots of journaling room there. And then this page, I'm not going to do anything to, because I like that. This one, we've got this little pocket here, so all I'm going to do here is glue this down. And we could go ahead and punch out a little pull, I guess, on that. And then I'll go around and put ink on these as I start to stitch them in. I won't put ink on all of them right now. There we go. Right, so that's And we'll probably do something else to this page. We'll put some embellishments on it. Let's see. See what I have right here in my little stash that I might put across here especially. I need something that goes sideways. I don't think I have anything in this bag that goes sideways. So I'll have to just look and see what else I have somewhere else. That could go on there though. That would be cute. And we could put something else over here. Let's just do that. And here again, you could leave this to where there's a little pocket. You guys know how crazy I am about pockets. Little pockets and little tucks and little secret hiding places and things like that. To me, it just makes your journal a lot more interesting. Okay, there's that, and we left it where we can have a little tuck at the top, so we'll make a little tag for that. And over here, we'll probably put a little piece of greenery or something. Alright, and then this one is going to flip up and be a pocket, because I don't want to have to cover all this. I like that showing, so I'm just going to leave that. Let this one be a pocket. I'll go ahead and punch a little pull in the top of it. And then I'm going to ink around this before I glue it down, at least the top part. And then we just need to glue on each side. And press that down. Now I usually take my pages out and work on one page at a time, but right now I'm just kind of leaving them laying in here and working on it. So there's a nice pocket, and we can put something else here. Got this beautiful little girl there, look pretty there. Yeah, I think we'll put her down there. Right, then this side, I'm not sure about yet. This, I'm going to take it out and probably spray it with some coffee or something, so I'm not going to fool with that right now. Now, this is the page that we have upside down. This is upside down, but the other side is right side up. So, on this, we need to do a little something, and I'm not sure what yet. I want to keep this because I love these flowers, but I might actually cut that off and put a different flip right here and then save this for journaling cards and that kind of thing. So I'm going to leave that one too. And let's see. That's the same. I don't have an idea for that yet. So this may be all that I do today, just because I've got some more thinking to do. Alright, let's put this back in here and just see what we've got so far. Alright, there's our... And I'm not sure. I don't think I'm... Oops. I don't think I want that paper bag second. I think I want this second. So you'll open it up, and we'll do something else here. But you'll open the first page up, and you have this little flip that goes out. And then a tuck pocket under here. And then here you have your page. That, and you know, if they start to lift it, they're like, oh, it won't lift up. But just pull your little butterfly together and look at that butterfly. It flies away. So you have that page, and I put a little tab on here and some lace, and then that just goes back down like that. So that's cute. Here we haven't really done anything because I haven't decided. And then on this one, same thing. It's just going to be a flip down, and we'll do something else here. And here we put a vellum pocket, side tuck, and then did this so that that doesn't look so bad upside down. And then we've got, you can write on this, side tuck, and then you can write on this. And see, that glue is disappearing, so that's good. And then we got a pocket here. So that's as far as we've got so far. This I'll probably put on inside here somewhere. Not sure where right now. Right now we'll just tuck him right here. That sounds good. Yeah, I don't think I'd mind him there. Alright, so that is what we've got done so far on our journal. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it has given you some ideas on how to do yours. And we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye.